Very good.
I'm just trying to psych you guys out.
Yeah.
You did a good job. I don't know.
I was too scared to speak.
You're about to roll it. You'll run them through a little bit of here. So you're back. Sandy didn't go on the mission with them, but let's say that you're back now, and you're kind of just giving them a little briefing on it. You
Tell me about the captains.
So we found, well, I think there were three captains.
Real captains?
Real life captains, the ones that have been taken hostage and been doppelganged. We've brought them back to be briefed and, to find out what they've learned. And at this point, there's still more. I don't remember how many there were total. But there's more captains that we need to find to recover them before they get tortured and killed.
And I think one had been maybe moved from one, or maybe a few have from a couple different places. And like after a good bit of arcane medical attention, or actually be divine magic kind of healing, and kind of getting them back on their feet and hydrated and all that good stuff. They are just with it enough to kind of give you a few leads and a few tips on some other places where there might be more people to kind of look at and rescue. And that's something that seems like a really high priority kind of mission, given the post-captains meeting where you're like, what all is going on? How can we kind of clean out the ranks? What are we going to kind of figure out here? And so there's another place where you guys have kind of narrowed down where you think some other Sentinels that maybe had been formerly thought dead, you can kind of get in and save. So you've kind of been maybe doing a few of these rescue missions, and then you've kind of got like a big one now kind of coming up. And I think that you have a little downtime. It's not like you're on the clock to do this, but you're kind of gathering information, getting ready. And I think you visit the Ratkin people a little bit.
Yeah.
And when you get back, you go with Swissy. Swissy's his little rat man friend.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And
we tied.
Swissy. Got it. Took a minute. I was like, Swissy.
This is Swissy.
Oh, okay.
And you go down, and he kind of gathers the little rat people in their little commons area, and kind of talks to a few different people. After a while, their leader, Mazer, and a few of these other kind of wizardly rat people wheel out a contraption with a chair and a whole bunch of things kind of coming off it, and a bunch of spinning, glowing kind of apparatus protruding from it. And they actually sit Swissy down in it. And they all gather around in like, it's not an amphitheater, it's not stepped, but they have a good kind of commons area and a little, it's a rounded out, domed kind of walled area, but it's what could maybe most closely be called their Great Hall in this underground complex. And they put this little cap on Swissy, and they're able to just he kind of goes comatose, and they're able to project like his memories out onto the wall.
Damn.
And so they're doing this, and Pipsqueak, he lost an arm wrestling battle to Pipsqueak. Were you here for that?
No, that was last time.
So they had him wrestle Pipsqueak. This is Pipsqueak of the Ratkin people.
Oh,
Pip and Squeak, they're twins. The rat people look at twins as one entity.
Yeah.
And so I think it was a matter of not necessarily pride, but kind of challenge. Yeah, confidence in him, and they actually did beat him. And so he hasn't maybe entirely won over all the Ratkin people yet. And so, especially when you get back, Pipsqueak is not boasting like crazy, but you can tell he's he feels good about himself, that he was able to beat you in the challenge there last time. But and then, keeping that in mind, they're watching this and they're seeing essentially like Blair Witch footage from Swissy's point of view when he was following with you guys, just
the terrible things that I did,
and just hacking demons limb from limb and impaling them on those stakes to
stand them up
as dummies to lure in other demons, and just cracking skulls and just melting your way through these ranks, and all of the little rat people I think flinch and they're horrified with it.
I didn't know they were gonna see this.
That's right. It's okay.
If I had known,
but they're impressed.
Yeah,
they're really impressed.
Ratkin lab leak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I think Mazer comes back to talk to you after they've kind of showed this footage for a good while, and he says, "You are an amazing warrior. It was really nice of you to let Pipsqueak beat you in the arm wrestling challenge.
I
think you've done. Pipsqueak hasn't always fit in with the rest of the rat people.
I got that feeling, yeah.
And I think you've done. I think you've done a good thing to help him feel like part of the clan,
part of the people.
So, glad that he feels included now.
Thank you.
He's got some pride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they are just amazed. All the Ratkin people are kind of more and more impressed with you, and Pipsqueak is also maybe going to tag along with you guys, along with Swissy.
Oh, okay.
So I'll actually have you kind of keep these guys near your ear if you'd like to.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you would like to... Oh, definitely think of a name. At least a first name, something they can kind of go by or something while we're... Do this out a little bit.
You've got disciples now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
And also meat shields.
Yes.
many meat shields, yes.
Availability or protection.
Yep. And... Yeah, good. I think while Dangle's hanging out in the just back at the home base, you kind of set up at the shop at this the swampy ruins where there was a demon kind of dragon lord. There's a dragon and a demon vampire wizard.
Jeez.
Kind of, yes, exactly like that. They kind of got to take out this really powerful asset for the Lord of Blood. Lord of Blood is kind of the reigning demon of this area of hell.
Oh, nice. It could have worked out really poorly for us.
It could have.
Not gonna lie. We did okay. Yeah.
It could have gone, yes, much worse.
We were riding it, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
We're riding it.
And I think
trying.
You're just maybe kind of going. What kind of things are you doing? Anything in particular as you're kind of hanging around in your downtime? What do you see Dangle doing?
Dangle's just sharpening his stealth skills.
Yep.
He's
he
tries to go he tries to see how long he can go without anyone seeing him.
Yeah. People are always asking, have you seen Dangle?
Yeah.
Where's Dangle? Is Dangle somewhere?
Like he's up to 3 days now. With
no one's even seen him. Yeah, he's just He's got a little stash of food in his room.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to eat with everybody. I think one day while you're just kind of going around, maybe you're back in the room, you're checking back in the room, and you hear a voice that says, "Hey kid, how come we don't go adventuring anymore?
Oh, nice.
How come you I'm getting lonely here, man. You seem pretty buddy with that wizard too. Are you just if you're gonna leave me back like this? I mean, That's okay. I just I thought we were gonna have these good times together.
Oh, Bagley, this is the thing, man. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Can you cast Spirit Guardians?
Well, I think both of us know the answer to that question.
I mean, you gotta understand.
I have a completely different repertoire.
That's true. But I'm DPS.
And I can respect that. But man, you got to think about things from my perspective, man. I sat around for years and years in between people finding me, and looting me out of dungeons and all kinds of stuff, and it's boring, man. It's boring.
All right, I can see that. Staying back here,
Yeah.
hanging out with the wizard all the time.
Yeah,
That's not fun.
especially leaving me with the wizard. Of all the people that I thought would understand that one, I was expecting it would be you, but I don't have any hard feelings towards you, my man. I wonder, do you think you could try to free me, or do you think you could put me to some kind of better use? Because I'm feeling bored, man.
I got you, Bagsley. What do you want to do? From the bottom of my heart, I am sorry for leaving you with Wadsworth. That's
okay.
That's inexcusable on my part.
Well, that's okay.
But what would make you happy?
I don't know if this is possible, but it's been so long. I was actually just an entity, a spirit wandering around in the astral plane, and a wizard bound my soul into this magic item to give it sentience. It's been one boring trip ever since then. Do you think you could dispel me away from the bag? Do you think you can free me from being stuck in this bag?
I'd give it a shot.
All right.
I mean, I used to know how to do all of this stuff.
Yeah, that's right. He goes, Dangle's got his wizard college textbooks.
Right.
They're all stacked. There's a bunch of notes from class. He's like, there's something in there. He says, I don't know, man. That would be a very difficult thing to accomplish, but I think if anybody could do it, it might be you. And if you can free me, I would be immensely grateful, my man. You think about it. It might be tough to do, I understand, but...
All right, we'll figure out a way.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a way.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
Anytime.
Yeah, and you stuff him back under the bed. Good talk. And I think you've kind of got enough of an establishment now. I gave you just spell cards that are of the kind of different ammunition types, because I think Talia kind of has a decent smithing shop set up out of one of the ruins buildings.
Ooh, okay.
So she's got a more, it's more permanent, but also a more elaborate setup than she's had access to before.
Yes.
So anytime you visit her,
Yes, often.
you can refresh. You can get a cartridge of each of those three. She can hook it. She can restock your ammo.
Cool.
So I think those were three that have been good ones that you've liked.
Yeah. Primarily, the rapid fire I may have used once. The stun one, really, when we were with the dragon, that may have turned the tide of war for us.
Yeah.
It gave us a free round.
Yes.
Okay. Not being able to not get attacked. Just one round, but it was still very...
Still cool.
And then the 6 gauge special is,
That's
how can you go
amazing.
wrong?
You can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
that's...
Yeah.
That's just classic. Yes.
So I think
I just feel warm and fuzzy that
I don't know if she needs to, if there's something you really need to ask her or talk to her about, but essentially you just, whenever you see her, she's, happy to see you again. She's actually probably really appreciative that you guys have, this is what she was kind of wanting. Like, she feels like you guys are becoming a little bit more of an operation.
Yeah.
And so, she's like, she is a very capable fighter. They can do the guerrilla tactics thing, but she's like, I feel like we're gonna take this fight to the Lord of Blood, and she's like, that's why I volunteered with the Dread Sentinels. So she's kind of more and more excited about her work too when you visit her.
Did you tell Cliff about the Lord of Blood?
Task. Oh no, you haven't. You should probably. I don't know. I have a task
That's
for
a Laura
it.
Bluff.
Have you been briefed on like the overarching campaign? that we're on?
Storyline.
We will kind of get to a little bit here. I was kind of running through their stuff
Okay.
just to give you a little
Okay.
bit of time.
Okay.
You kind of got your spells. You feel good with everything.
I have a task.
What's up?
I have a task for Talia.
Oh yes,
It may or may not be possible, DM. But this is my task.
I love it. I love it.
I have an item
Mhm.
that I find.
In my pants.
He's actually right.
He's carrying
One
his
task
food,
for
but he's
you.
like, it's in my pocket. I can't get to it.
I'm sure you'll find it.
Just rummage around and do it.
Sandy's gone from being like super shy, and
Right,
super
I
skeezy.
don't know how that. Right?
That's not
Sandy.
Candy. That's not Candy. But so what is
No.
it?
So I as her and I connect, and I
Yeah.
frequent her. She's my love. She's
Oh, okay.
and
So you frequent her?
well, not.
He's seen her
He
boobs.
frequents her blacksmithing.
I don't really remember it, but
Yeah.
actually, I blacked
Actually,
out.
that's worth
I used to black out around her.
quick catch up.
Oh.
Sandy was really super shy around. I think
Yeah.
all girls, but especially
Yeah.
Talia.
Yeah, and he hates tall people.
And he's talking. So you're half orc, so that's gonna be trouble.
That's gonna be
That's gonna be horrible.
Stand next to each other in dungeons. He's just
He loves black people,
oh, all right.
so that's great.
But Sandy would just mustering the strength to be able to stay conscious and talk to her
Right.
was a
Was
feat
a
for a
feat.
little while.
Yeah,
But
true. It's true.
then they had a run-in where they suspected their captain was a changeling,
Oh.
and they were right. And so when they confronted, he was mind controlling Sandy, and he commanded him to attack, to shoot Talia, or to spell Talia just the strongest thing he could. And so she saw him, like Sandy, lining up like his shot, and she knew from their dates and everything they've been on, she just
Flashed.
so he passed out and he's
good defense.
knocked out. Yeah, so
The defense is real.
it was pretty funny.
Good
I
defense.
couldn't tell you how much I thought. I could see it coming too as we're going into that battle, and it just was.
Yeah.
I got a big kick out of it.
Storyline was saved, and
Yeah.
and our blacksmith was saved also, because she's been super useful. So as we talk about things, and as I see, as Sandy sees, her growing in her skill sets as well,
Yeah.
really as a blacksmith.
Yes.
I pose a question to her.
She cracks
and-
her knuckles.
Yep. So this is my task. I have the sword of healing, which does me no good because of what it is and the fact that I'll talk about my wands, but the wands are my new gig. But I think it would be great if she could somehow repurposeful it into a belt of healing that then was somehow adequate to my use. And this is the question that I pose to her as to what
or
her
at
skill
least into
sets
some
are.
other type of item or something
Yes,
for you.
correct. Something that I don't need to attack to use it.
She
Kind of a
says,
deal.
so she takes, it's a staff, I think, right?
It says sword of life stealing.
Oh, of life stealing. Oh, okay. So it's like a vampiric blade a little bit.
Ooh.
Right.
So she says,
It was a good roll.
she says, yeah,
It's frustrating.
she says, especially forging different equipment can be, you can slightly alter and sometimes lose the property that was initially there. But she says, I'll try to make something useful out of this for you.
Cool. So I give it to her to.
Yeah.
That's one of
She
my
says,
quests for her.
I'll talk to Wadsworth and we'll see what we can come up together.
Sweet.
Come up with. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I show her how I'm trying to impress her, and so I show her how I use my 2 wands of wonder as chopsticks to pick up small items. Set them around.
And she, so she finds it cute. She kind of finds it endearing. She's not
I'm
really.
just like, what's this?
she's not impressed, like in the least, like really impressed. But she thinks it's cute that Sandy's like trying to show her like he's been practicing.
I've been practicing.
He's been practicing, and it's good. It's like
she gets me.
This might come in handy if you're ever on Minute to Win It or
She
something.
gets me,
right?
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah, she gets me.
So she'll work on I'll kind of maybe try to cook something. Maybe it's downtime. She's working on something.
Perfect.
Love it.
I'm gonna just write that I gave it to her.
Super useful, and I love that kind of stuff because it lets me kind of get my gears turning for what the NPCs are doing. Anything else anybody is wondering about, or has like downtime stuff to take care of?
I think that's all.
I think you're good.
I've got this staff of healing. I'm not going to be using it, and so I don't know if anybody could use her. If I should just trade in for gold, or
You can. Oh yeah, if
give it
you'd
to
like
Wadsworth.
to, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Do you want to stash it in the armory and just hang on to it for a bit?
Yeah.
Or?
We'll
Okay.
just hold on to it, I guess. Still
Okay.
got this ring of evasion. I decided to use that.
Yeah.
Ring of Evasion.
Yeah.
So
Sounds awesome.
I can just like succeed at a.
I don't
Failed
think
deck
you were there for the first time these guys that we dropped in, that we really became Sentinels and really started out. So
It's true. We've come a long way.
yeah, so
actually.
here's been the process for
Lots
you.
happened.
When it happened, there was like a there's probably a few different places you maybe didn't come through in the same place that they did. They were in like a mountain monastery that was a little bit of a safe refuge and a little bit away from civilization, where they got to meet some Dread Sentinel kind of rank and file.
Sure.
And they actually met one of the like angelic captains, then got to talk to them there, and they were given these collars that have these like celestial runes
Sure.
in them, and they kind of glow like a frosty blue. And the collars let them talk telepathically to each other, and also to the angel lieutenants and captains and commanders and everything. The head, like archangel Solar, is named Xeris, and he's the one who kind of tries to orchestrate amongst the captains.
Sure.
And so you would have gotten one of those when you first dropped in, and you still have yours on. But some of the other people that you're in here with have had theirs removed. And you saw them as prisoners with you when you first came in here, and you've seen several times they've taken you out, and they very rarely just torture you for the sake of torturing you, but they have frequently like they come and they haul you out in front of this big blood pool. It's a swirling pool. And it's not that they don't really care. They don't find so much enjoyment. They probably, maybe they do once in a while, but you're not here for them just to torture you. They don't interrogate you or anything like that. The demons, which are, kind of these little guys, will come in and haul you off and kind of just pin you down there, shackle you down at this pool, and their blades, when they cut you, the blood like soaks into their blade. Whoa. So part of it is they kind of might cut and just draw. They're not trying to kill you at all, but they'll just siphon off this blood and then they'll hold it out over the pool, and the blood will just sheet out of the blade.
Wow.
And they also just kind of don't bleed you out completely, but they keep bleeding you into this pool. They'll bring you back, and it'll be a few days when you're kind of healed up, or they kind of let you recover a little bit. They kind of treat you just well enough to recover, to keep doing that over and over and over again. And there's been now 2 other people that are left with you, and they had one of them had, I should say, I think that this guy still has a collar, but one time when they took her out and brought her back in, she didn't have the collar anymore. And she was hella beat up and scarred, like around her neck.
Wow.
And I think, and ever since then too, she's just been like almost a zombie, just walking, like just barely keeping herself on her feet, kind of thing. So seems really disoriented and confused, and just she started getting seems like a whole lot harsher treatment since that time.
Since they're taking it off.
Yep. And sometimes they bring you out, and they have a few different ways. They sometimes bring all three of you out and, bloodlet into
One
this
time.
pool. Sometimes they empty it just into this pool in here. It's really hard to pick up any rhyme or reason of why. And that's kind of been how you've just been treated for probably like several months. So you came in and you had a really effective run. I think that what's probably most likely is that your squad that you came in with was a squad that dealt with trying to intercept demons on known traveling routes. So you guys would swoop in and just try to kill as many
Take 'em out.
off as you can. The whole thing about the Dread Sentinels dropping into the hells and killing demons here is because when you kill demons here, when you kill them back on the material plane, they reform. They vaporize, or they crumble into ash, and they
they come back.
reform in a year's time in the abyss, or in the hells. And when you kill them here, it's like they're mortal. It's like you're actually
They're gone.
erasing their existence. Yeah, so that's why this organization is kind of built up in hey, let's stop putting a Band-Aid on the problem, let's try to solve it. And so that's why you're kind of doing these little intercepting patrols. That, hey, every time that you guys even cut them off and picked off one or two of them, and you guys all got out, that's another couple
win.
demons that just can't do anything. And so just over time, that's what we're trying to accomplish. But then you guys kind of one time you were following their tracks, yet, and you kind of got ambushed yourself.
Just got caught.
Yeah, so you've been here since. Another thing is, ever since you've been here, you can, I think it wasn't very long before you were here and you tried to shapeshift. You tried to, shapeshift into an animal or an elemental like you can, and something, and it doesn't seem to work. And when you're in this prison, and when they've only ever taken you on this little short path here and back, and in this space is in this little bottom level here, a little down. Enter in here, come down the stairs, and you're in here.
Yeah.
And when you're in there, and whenever they've been up here with this little blood sacrifice thing, your spells, you feel this magical force that's that stops it. You haven't lost your abilities, but they're suppressed here somehow.
Oh.
And
Yeah, that's not good.
they ran into that too, I think, when they were
Yeah.
in these other rescue missions.
It was just in the tower though, so.
And so do you have any questions about kind of what that course has been for a few months? Have you tried to do anything, or have you...
Well, it sounds like they're kind of just resigned to, this is what it's like now.
How do you get
it's
out,
like,
right?
I haven't really seen any way to get out, and so it's kind of like, all right, I'm just going to bide my time until something comes up.
Yep. And all magical things aren't where it's like the collar doesn't...
Right.
It doesn't even work
There's no communication.
to the guys that are there inside there with you. But
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that maybe just in the last couple of days, you have seen not just demons, but these guys come in, and they've done the same things. They've taken you to the same place and
Same
done the
ritual.
blood sacrifice ritual and everything, all this stuff. And but they look these demons that have been kind of initially keeping you guys prisoner are more animalistic. And they're humanoid. They walk on their hind legs and all that stuff. But these guys are still look very, very much like demons, but they're a little bit beefier in a more humanoid way. Like they look like more like they look closer to more muscular people than they do to these demons, like the hide.
Sure.
You know, if you ever see their hands, it doesn't look scaly or claws quite like these demons, but they still speak in this very guttural kind of beast-like language, just like the others. And they have a little bit more. All their blades, all their weapons that you've seen with these demons have been just jet black obsidian. It's not modeled correctly.
No,
I can't repaint minis every
Right, every campaign.
every campaign. Yeah. And they have these black obsidian swords and these black obsidian bows and the tips of their arrows and everything. And these guys have different looking weapons, but you see the same thing. You see, at least on everything, you see a black obsidian edge. And they just have been mixed in. It hasn't been just them. They just have been along with the demons also. And we'll kind of pause there for just a second, because I think we'll pick up with how you guys want to go about your operation. You've been given this spot. You maybe have a little bit of intel or some surveillance to kind of know that this is the spot, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
And tell me how you guys go about it. You go knock on the front door?
Yeah, I mean, that worked for us last time, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Are these walls kind of the same situation as last time, or
feel
are
like-
these higher?
This is maybe the most. Yeah, that's a good point. I think this is like a 20-foot high wall. This
More
is,
fortified.
and it also looks more substantial. You see more built structures around it, and kind of like a main keep that the walls are kind of built into.
Okay.
And they have a little kind of catwalk along, on their side with the that they can keep kind of walking and pacing. And it's got some little towers on all the corners in the main keep tower here. And this tower is tall enough too that it can kind of serve as a little bit of a lookout as well. But so it's I would say in a way it's not really as similar. This is like it seems to be a higher level hold for keeping prisoners here.
I gotcha.
So our strategy from last time, I don't think is going to work as well.
Probably not.
God, I hope not.
Because that worked really well.
Actually, it was pretty sweet. Actually,
Yeah.
This little-
So yeah, we don't have Uthal this time.
Right.
So-
Nobody's getting thrown.
No sneaking.
It's always
For
our
you guys.
big old
anyway.
barbarian.
You're still throw 'em over.
He could throw people, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Threw him on a dragon. That's how we rode the dragon.
he was a Goliath,
Yeah, he's Goliath.
so he would be even as
pretty big.
crazy as this is to say, he would have been even taller than
Yeah.
the character.
Well,
But-
I can still Misty Step, so I can get
Me
places.
too. I can Misty step off.
Yeah.
If needed.
Some of you guys own a magical griffin now.
It's true.
How are you for
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
use that one.
you're
Yeah,
in
here.
there. We're coming to
Yeah,
get you.
I like it. That one looks good. We'll use,
Yeah, perfect.
everybody cool? We'll just
Yeah.
park him. I like him.
And he sees us.
He get a couple more. And we'll
Yeah,
just-
right.
One of those, like, 3 or
Bring
4
his
of those
friends.
guys.
Tell him to bring his friends.
Yep.
Sleep over.
So
him, though.
we could technically just get in.
Yeah.
Like more straightforward
lockpick
frontal
it?
assault.
Yeah.
Just gonna lockpick it.
Yeah.
I want to offer you this too. I think that I was starting to talk to Ben and Rob about this, but I don't think
Yeah.
you guys were here yet. I'm thinking that it might be kind of fun. So the reason I gave him those Pip, Squeak, and Swissy models, and I think you could take Talia and Uthal models with if you wanted to.
Okay.
Toying with this idea to help. It'd be fun to kind of have some allies and kind of use them in battle, but to not get things so bogged down with running like 7 character sheets.
Right.
And I wonder if having like minor and major allies your minor, you can treat them as like a token, and maybe not quite like inspiration, but when something's going wrong and you want to tell a story about how that ally is helping you, and they're doing this, and because I want to try to re-roll that check or something, or
Gotcha.
or I want to try to force a re-roll on the enemy there because I want them to interfere in such and such a way or whatever. And they get each of the minor allies you can do once in the battle, and maybe the major allies you can do 2 things. And the people like Talia might be able to use a mass heal spell or something, like that with you. So whoever you think would reasonably come along with you, and maybe you want Talia and Wadsworth staying and working on your stuff and building that up. But if you wanted to take Uthal, maybe he would be a major ally. Do you want to try that out?
Sure.
Okay. So, you got? I think I've got it in different places.
Minis.
So let's take Ursa is his pet bear, and let's put him out here so I don't forget. This will help me. But you've got these guys will be the minor allies, the Ratkin and Ursa, and Uthal will be a major ally.
Okay.
And let's give Uthal a little counter. So we'll put 2 right there.
The bear's with him.
I want to give it a try. I want to see if it's we're just better off on our own. We can do that. But I think it might be a fun way to where when you get allies, they can be useful, and it can kind of be a fun like, oh crap, what do I do here? Okay, how can my allies help me out? So I think as long as when the allies get used, they have to come with a story, like paint the picture of what's happening or how they're helping you out.
Right.
And I kind of want to leave it a little bit open so you guys can be creative with what things they may or may not help you with. But let's try it out.
Yeah. He woke up from behind the tree, realized we'd been fighting for over an hour.
Yes.
Ran in just in time.
Yeah. So it's a little bit weird. They're there,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to put their minis in combat.
Right,
They're not going to get attacked.
They're
They're
with
not
you.
going to die, but they're around and in the fray.
Makes sense.
And then when you want something to happen, we'll see how we can use them. But
I like it.
cool.
So we're gearing up to go through the front door.
I think we Misty step onto the walls.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the both of you can.
Yeah.
Then what?
You guys you guys can take a pack with you of a grappling hook,
Yeah.
a rope, whatever.
Yeah.
You've got time. You're in your base. You can take anything that you are thinking of planning on.
No use in both of us using Misty Step.
Yeah, true.
I've got good athletics, so I could climb up if you wanted to Misty
that's
Step
good.
up there.
I don't have good athletics.
I don't know about you, Rob, or
I had a plus 6 of strength, so
all right. You'd
I
probably
mean-
be all right.
we'll be alright.
It's decent.
We'll get up there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Somehow.
So
If all else supposed to have a griffin.
let's use Sandy as our grappling hook. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Are you guys gonna throw me?
No, you're gonna Misty Step up there.
Oh, I don't have good anything.
You're gonna Misty Step up to the top of the wall, and you're gonna
Just
tie
drop
a rope,
stuff down.
You're just
tie a
gonna
rope down.
teleport.
I'm already up there.
Tie off a grappling hook and throw the rope back over.
Okay.
Let's find ourselves a spot to get up there. So, is there any kind of
Maybe your rat people will
pattern
find
to
a
their?
sweet crack in the wall.
Yeah, do we see anybody?
Yeah, can we see through
Oh,
these
yeah.
walls, or is this a tower that's above the wall?
Yeah. Wait, so here's
That's
the thing.
empty.
There's probably don't you have like a familiar owl or something?
Do.
So let's say you've
have
got
that.
some reconnaissance here. You've been able to catch a...
Do a drone flyby.
Yeah, do a drone flyby. There are...
Hey, kiddo.
Well, hey.
Curious George.
What's up? Are you eating some bread?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it yummy? Mmm. There's usually 3. there's these groups of pairs of demons, and there's usually 3 that are kind of in the watchtowers. They walk every now and then. They rotate around and walk around out to the empty one and just kind of check everything. Occasionally, this one of the 3 groups comes down and either, comes and bloodlets the prisoners or attends to different tasks here. And there's always another pair that are just kind of roaming around inside the compound. So,
I can also make myself invisible.
given that,
Yeah.
I think one pair does always stay in the keep, but these rotate around. So if you're wanting to, like, hey, we wait until this one's open, we want to get up on this one, then we can, do that. But I think that's what generally is kind of going on.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, if a guard post is left unattended at any point, I think that's where we want to hit, so that the next guards to climb up into that tower are going to be ambushed by us.
Cool. So if it's kind of like this right now, you're wanting to get up into
That'd
one?
be the one, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We're
And
going to be kind of stealthy. We're going to lay down.
You
We're
think
not
just
gonna be
Misty Step
visible.
and I'll get up there?
it's just automatic. It's
We'll call it
teleport.
good.
Yeah, it's
Teleport,
teleport up.
yep.
30,
But I
30
mean,
foot.
I'll just be up there and I won't have to worry about being seen.
Well,
Is it dark
I would
out?
say
It's
at
dark
all
out,
times,
right?
you can
We
choose
wait-
when you want to
we-
go.
We
It's
wait
gonna be
until dark. We do it.
There's a lip here. If you stay low, you're going to be a little bit more concealed. But I mean, anytime you're moving around, whenever you're doing something, I think triggers their attention or something. I mean, we'll
Sure.
at least make a stealth check. So I mean, you're infiltrating. It's not a
I'm good with
guarantee,
stealth.
but there are places for you to get up here and hide behind a little embankment or a little plank or a panel or
You're
something.
going to tie a rope off and let
perfect.
that
Yeah.
down to us. We'll
I'm
climb
not
up.
tight roping the top of the wall.
No.
Nothing to see here.
Wait, you have invisibility, right?
Yeah, but it's for a level and I'd rather not use it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to, so I'm
Alright.
trying to con my way around it. I'm working here. Alright, so I use my spell slot. I have Misty Step.
Oh yeah, we gotta get minis.
Alright, so, yep.
You're up there.
Doing my thing up there.
We are down here right now.
I was like, what's happening?
Alright, so I'm dropping grapples.
All right, cool. So athletics check to climb up.
Yeah.
And as you guys make it up to the tower, your reward is getting a bardic inspiration. So
Nice.
come one, come all.
15
Yeah.
plus 3,
Solid,
so 18.
solid, easy.
I'm up.
Welcome.
It's like the
Thanks.
reverse of those. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's like the reverse of like those paratroopers when the captain's sending people out the
Yeah,
door.
he's like,
you're,
welcome up.
you're pulling people in.
Yeah.
No, I'm letting. I'm.
not out there. Sorry.
You're on your own.
Okay, this next person coming up.
So one has successfully made it.
Yeah, good enough.
15?
Made it.
Nice.
Solid, especially with this
Bardic
grappling
inspiration.
hook. And now 2 people pulling you up, easy peasy.
Okay. And now I think we wait for the next patrol to come up and
Cool. You want to catch them as they're coming up the.
up the ladder.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. We're going to do a little pause, kind of back and forth. These are not simultaneous events, but I'm going to kind of play things back and forth for a bit.
We're gonna Tarantino it.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, they'll meet up. They'll meet up.
Yeah.
The one without collar, she's laying in the corner, and you see
Oh, what's happening back there?
these guys
A
come
lot
in.
of shuffling.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
One day you see these guys come in.
Pretty.
Open the door.
Either
And
of you
this
guys wizard?
this thing that you've never
Wizard,
seen
kind of a
before.
wizard. Used to be.
Do you have the card Scrying?
No.
Because I
Sure
do,
don't.
and I need to go get it.
Oh, well, just
There's
just
an
pull out
arcane
the
pack.
arcane packs in the top.
Sorry.
These 2 new, I'm gonna call them bloodhelms.
Nice.
they come in and it's overkill. They don't need to hold her down, but they each take an arm and just kind of restrain her.
Sure.
And this thing, one of its 4 arms reaches out and just right on the forehead.
Ooh.
And you can see they're kind of talking to each other. Maybe actually the one of them is here to kind of
Make sure
watch
no one
you and
interferes.
make nobody else interfere. Not like you guys are armed or anything in here. You've been all your weapons and gear have been confiscated.
But again, just
but
so we don't
he's watching the
try
back. The
anything.
one holds her down and is just she's been like in this almost catatonic state, but kind of screams in pain when he's got his hand on her head there, and they kind of talk amongst each other. And that one, it's maybe a few minutes pass by, and he finally kind of backs up and kind of barks at the one that was holding her, and he goes from holding her, he pulls out his blade and just peels the dome piece right off.
Oh.
And just leaves her there. And they all head out. You've never seen them do that before. And this guy is kind of not maybe near as much of a zombie as her, but he's also he's been here probably the longest of everybody. And it's like he's kind of barely aware of his surroundings as this kind of goes on. You're the only one who's still has any kind of shred of your wits kind of about you. And yeah. All right. So if these guys are
Take your time, guys.
rotating around,
Take your time.
everything's
Sure, there's no urgency to this at all.
No rush.
cool. You see these guys come back around up here. You see these guys move along. I think they're probably just moving along the wall. So you're down behind, in this little tower in the corner here. But they're moving along the walkway a little bit towards you, and I think those guys are staying there. These guys are staying up here. They've kind of shifted. They're coming back around, and these guys are coming towards you. So let's do this. They're getting close, and let's see how well hidden you guys are.
Okay.
So stealth. Probably stealth check is
And I'm super
the
proficient.
most appropriate thing. Don't forget to double your thing.
Doubling it. I'm super doubling it.
28.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
nice.
Pretty good.
I'm in the 30s.
Ooh, nice.
That one. Can I have some of that fail mix?
Fail
Hey,
mix.
right. Start off strong.
I'm up there like, hey guys, did you see how we got up here? It was pretty cool, huh?
I know.
You
We
light
did
you
this
smoke.
last week.
No, I know.
You light up a pipe. Yeah, you try to light your pipe at the top of the. Great,
Yeah.
great. I'm 32. Yeah.
Awesome.
Or whatever it is, I'm 30.
Let me tell you the story of
30
how we
even,
did this
30 even.
before.
Here's actually what happens.
You get overconfident.
You're there, and they're getting close enough that they're in striking range here, and you guys are getting ready. You're trying to get a little peek around the corner just to see exactly where they are and that kind of thing.
And you trip.
I just stand up.
Overall, you guys are not doing too bad of a job, but what happens, since this is a natural one, you are just leaning out, and I don't know if you maybe use the mace as a little, like a 3-point kind of stance to get around, but it kind of slips or bobbles in your hands.
Oh.
And it clangs off of
Oh.
the floor there,
Oh.
and it's rolling, and it's kind of, how things are tapered.
You don't
it kind
really
of,
want to join
It
us.
kind of has that roll to it where it's curling, and it's curling around where it's going to roll off the ladder and just fall right off.
Oh.
I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. I'm
Well,
going to catch it.
here's the thing. Here's yeah.
I dive to catch it.
No.
He's like, I'm not done.
Yeah, no.
I'm diving to catch it.
If you dive to catch it, Well,
It is.
I don't want to make you roll to
Dang.
catch it.
Mage hand, one of you
that's,
mage hand.
That's fine. This
true.
is just what you dive, you get it. You don't need to make a check to get it. But
That's true. I can mage hand.
you grab it, but you have to dive out across the way to get it and
mail's
stop it
just
from
like,
and yeah, exactly. So that's the ruckus and the,
Just
and the
a lot
noise
of
that's
noise.
right at the top of the ladder that they can see. So I am going to turn this over to the hero's turn,
Yeah.
and you guys get
I
to
feel like that
go.
was sarcastic.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like, who is he talking to?
Hero
So-
turn.
Right.
Not me. I don't get to go.
Sandy and Dangle, you guys are going to start off for player's turn, and then we'll go side initiative.
We're rolling initiative.
The
right
only
now.
thing is
Got
that
it.
Victor's using this turn right now. You're not gonna make a check for it. You've got it, but you're using your turn as this starts out to dive and get your mace and kind of get back up on your feet. And everything.
Okay.
So
All right.
don't roll for it. You've got it, but just that crit one. That's what happened.
A lot of noise.
A lot of noise. Sorry.
It's like, brother,
Whispering.
you don't need to whisper now.
They know we're here.
So I'll let you guys pop off.
So did they see Dangle and I? Like they know that we're here?
Well, they know he's here, I guess.
They see one.
No, they see him. So technically, we'll start this off. You guys are still ducked down in cover, and they only see Victor, then hear him and see him dive out across his. They hear the mace clang and rattle, and when they see him dive out and catch it and keep it from falling down the ladder.
It's not saying that it's not a terrible idea, but they could still come up, and you guys could still technically ambush them. It sounds like, right? Like if
That's-
they
that's
That's
get
why I
up
say, yeah.
there-
That's why I say. So what you guys want to do?
plan's not totally lost is kind of what I'm saying. You start an all-out fight, well, then the other guys are gonna make it across the yard. And
If I grow grass everywhere, they'll know that we're here.
Yeah, don't grow grass. There's two enemies.
They see him like stumble and they're like, and you're just like,
One does grass and one does a fireball.
like,
Grass fire, bitches.
All right. Well, listen.
I mean, right now you have a moment to react, and these are the guys that are coming towards you. They're the only ones that are close enough to really
Right.
see and hear this right,
Right. I would just assume let them get up to us, unless we're gonna. I don't know if we can fire stuff down on them that people will see. I don't know. Trying to figure out how to not incorporate the entire compound. The fact that we're held up in one tiny tower.
If you can kill both of them
about to
with
say.
your guys' 2 turns, you can remake stealth checks to try to avoid being heard and seen by the other. Because you're in the cover of night, you can maybe try to kill them quick enough and duck back or do something. If you can think of a good way to do it, I would. If you can kill them both on you guys' 2 turns, then I'd let you make some stealth checks to try to get back into stealth.
This is good to know.
So roll well.
What would a 20-foot drop do to him? That'd be 20 damage, right?
2d6. D6 for every 10 feet.
Okay. That's not that. That's not enough. Maybe not.
I feel fairly confident I could take out one of them.
Just
I mean,
like a Princess Bride moment there.
Yeah. Well, and I'll maybe do this to kind of also
So-
help get you started. If you need to retcon this thing, do you drop it out of your hand and Swissy catches it in the air?
No, I think I'd be panicking. I don't think I would think first. Swiss
No, I'm
usage.
saying you've got to use these as these resources. A minor ally
Yeah,
is Swissy kind of right, just tagging along with you guys,
yeah.
and you're all just waiting, and it drops out of your hand before it rolls and makes all this commotion. Does he catch it and hand it back up to you?
Yeah, I mean, like, if I can roll for that or something like that'd just be...
I'd let you
It'd be a
re-roll your
use of
stealth.
that.
I'll let you re-roll your stealth.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's a minor ally feat.
You want to use him and do that?
Yeah, let's try it.
Cool.
I'm gonna use a different dice.
Use it. Did you use the metal one?
I used the metal one the first time, and that was a
Ooh,
nat one.
You know, I don't know now.
That's 17 plus 0, so 17.
Cool. Yep. Good. It was gonna be bad.
Okay.
It was gonna be bad, but
Okay, good.
Swissy was there for you.
Thanks, Swiss.
Alright.
So now they're coming up to you, and they haven't seen anything. That
Okay,
minor retcon. That's how I'm foreseeing you guys using allies' actions
Don't
as a
forget that
thing.
you have them.
Don't forget those. Yeah.
Sounds like they can
Mhm.
really do some good stuff.
So,
Well, no,
Yeah, he's used.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Used,
used
yep.
for.
I don't know if you want
Get
to.
him out of here. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
He's done his helpful thing.
I'm with you.
This encounter.
Got
Yep.
it. Okay.
So I mean, I say we let him climb up to the top, and then we
Stay with the original plan.
get him. Then, yeah.
okay.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
So as they're coming around, they don't see you. With the help of Swissy, you have been stealthy enough. They kind of come along this catwalk, and then there's a little lip around this. This height here is not to scale. It's up. That's what you're hiding behind. As they come around this little lip, and there's a little entryway. You can
I have a question.
let you guys do your players' initiative side first. Yep.
I think I know the answer. Never mind.
I mean, I'm gonna get him. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get them.
I don't know.
First
I
guy,
don't know.
top of the stair, top of the ladder.
What are you gonna grapple him in?
No.
Are you pulling him in?
I'm hoping to hit him to the point where he loses grip and falls onto the other guy. if
So your hope is
anything.
to crit.
Crit,
I
or
like
not,
it. Why not? Yeah.
whatever it takes.
I'm confident.
I want to hurt him.
Good.
So I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him for one thing, and then make my first attack.
So they're on the same level with you.
Oh, they're on the same
They're on the
level?
same level. They're just coming around the
Oh,
corner.
okay.
here.
I see.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Okay. So I
I need
thought he
to
was gonna
craft
be
more stuff. I know.
okay. So
Give me a
I'll.
reason.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
as
I'm
long as-
sorry, you guys.
Yeah, this is. I feel like I'm bush league here.
Yeah, it's been a rough year.
Yeah.
500 hours worth of crafting is just not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn the corner on him.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
And
You kind of like at the last minute you meet them. You
Yeah.
turn the corner and just. Yep.
yeah.
Cool.
All right. Here we go. First attack. 14 plus. Oh, plus 9.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool.
That'd be a 23. 23 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gosh, I gotta get myself all back in order again. Here's Mark. I gotta put my. Oh, and that was with the green flame blade as well.
Oh yeah.
I hit him. I get a D8 on top of my D8. And I will be hitting the next guy over with a D8 plus my spellcasting ability, which is 6. Ability modifier is plus 6. So I don't have a D4. I thought I had a D4 here somewhere too. Is that what the Hunter's Mark? No, D6. That's what it was. Okay. 2 D8. Yes, plus 6.
You have the pencil case with the pencil.
Yep, down here.
5.
Thank you. The truth is out there. Yeah, I make the truth.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's not great. 8, 10 damage to the first guy.
Mhm.
And another 6 damage to the second guy.
Okay.
Second attack. 6 plus 9, 15?
Hmm.
Okay.
Did that first set of damage include your +5? Maybe?
I had a... Oh, plus 5. I'm sorry. So
15?
15 damage.
Okay, the first one is bloodied.
Okay. Yeah, good call. I don't know how I missed that.
And don't you get another D10?
Don't you get? You don't get 3 attacks at level 10 as a
Right.
paladin? It's not 5? Was it 5? 4 or 5? I get lost. You got so many attacks.
All right, so that's all I've got.
Cool. All right.
So the first guy's bloodied, second guy's
First
got
guy's
like
bloodied.
6 damage.
Six
on
Just-
it.
damage
And
on him.
stunned.
Yep,
right?
taken
He's-
back.
He's at least taken aback. Yeah,
Mhm.
like, whoa, what's happening?
So there's one. You have a lot of potential with a sneak attack.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to
Yeah.
attack the one who isn't bloodied? And
Yeah,
Yep.
let's go for him.
because then Sandy probably has a better chance of finishing off the
Yeah,
other
I think
one.
so.
Yep. Cool.
27 probably hit him.
Yeah.
I'll just maybe
Oh yeah.
once or twice.
All right.
Yeah, get your handful of dice out.
Yeah. That weighty stack.
Ooh, those ones.
Yeah, got a few of them. Uh, 31.
Oh yeah. 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 You just this is the dragon whip, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So these 3 claws at the end of this whip come just slash right through him, and just open
Ribbons.
him up gnarly. Yeah, ribbons. Yep.
Alright,
Finish the last guy off.
we'll see. Alright, so I'm gonna just
Jesus.
pump action.
You get up,
Pull
you
my
get
loot
up from
cord.
behind the, and you've even got like a ledge where you kind of come up and it's.
You're like from here to me on him right now,
You-
so you know.
I'm sorry. I have to play this up because this is one of my favorite magic items that I've ever come up with for
It's
somebody.
true. It's legit.
Do you know about his loot, his pump action loot?
No, he does
No.
not.
So he's a bard.
A
He's
pump action loop.
he's got a lute, and when he twists the neck of the lute, crossbow fins like fly out, and then underneath the neck of close to a guitar,
Yeah.
it's pump action, and it loads a crossbow bolt.
Wow.
So
And when I twist it to open it up, it plays a power
you
chord.
just power chord.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you're gonna need to make a step.
Well-
If you guys can kill him, maybe yours is a disadvantage.
Alright, stealth. I'm rolling for stealth.
Yeah, there it is. So try to kill him first.
Am I rolling for stealth first, or am I trying to kill him first?
No, roll your attack first.
Okay,
Try to
alright.
because you need to kill them both.
Alright.
They're the ones who can most immediately see you.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll. This is I'm rolling pump action loot.
So it has been established that it does play a power chord.
Yes,
When you
yes,
do
that's
that.
a thing. Yes,
I'm glad you.
yes. 17 plus 9, so I think I hit.
Yes.
Right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
And then so 2d8. Can I borrow d8? Alright. So that's weird. 2d8 plus 5. So that is so
One.
8 plus 5. So what's it? 13.
Boom.
Did I get him?
Slug him in the chest.
Finished him.
So the one is just stripped and lashed into ribbons from that dragon whip, and he does tumble off the side. But the other guy, it's like a sonic boom, thunder damage, just a slug
Yep.
to his chest, and it resonates,
Yep.
and he falls back, and he's up on the catwalk. This guy has fallen.
He's on the ground.
Are they both dead?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we got him.
Yeah, very much so.
So here, I will give you inspiration for the power
Thank
chord.
you,
So
sir.
alright, it's disadvantage for your stealth check.
Okay.
But I love the imagery of just unloads right in
So
his
I'll-
chest.
Alright, so here's my stealth check. I'm rolling
Check.
twice.
Yes, yep, and but still it's expertise.
I'm taking the lower of the
you
two.
could still do good.
Yeah.
Hey,
So 16.
Cool.
Ooh, and 5.
Oh.
But 5 plus my 12, so I'm at 17.
Okay, and the 16 was plus 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Plus
so,
12 on that,
Yeah,
yeah.
so 17. We'll take the 17.
Okay.
stealth check.
You guys
first.
too, because you've mowed them down. Yep.
5.
You roll that too.
Can I roll again?
He's like immediately like, this guy. Who rolls a 5? Who rolls a 5? And he's like, he just got done.
Hey.
He just got done rolling.
It was better than last time.
I love seeing
He
these
let
like
him have
double
it, too.
standards. It's so awesome.
Sadie's done it all campaign too.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
But
Sadie's consistent.
But then, how does Sandy know what they're rolling with dice? But then, like, Dangle rolls a 5, and he's like, "That's okay. That's okay, bro."
Because I'm loyal.
Yeah.
I'm loyal.
Yeah.
As part of my storyline, I'm loyal to the thing. Not that I'm a rebellion.
No,
I'm
yeah.
just, but naturally I'm loyal.
And you crush it.
25.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It also helps it for stealth. Now, no, I'm plus 12 out of the gate,
Nice.
so it does help.
Cool.
So they heard me.
Here's. Well, yeah.
They
Here's.
heard you make a noise over my power cord. That's
Yeah.
what we just established.
It's like he palm mutes it real quick. And he palm-
You were just like, yeah!
Slayer.
Play Freebird. Why? But
This is why we bring him.
you know what,
is
though? There's a few different things. Maybe so these guys are as they're rounding out here, they kind of have enough of a line of sight where they
Super
see
using my wand.
the one guy
Everybody's getting washed
stumble
into
and
town.
just.
Damn
And,
I was
and not
just gonna
move.
set that one guy up on a.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, so they can see.
So they
This
can
guy
see,
here.
yeah. And here's what I'm going to do. They see that, yeah, they see
He fell into the
some
courtyard.
commotion. It still is at night, but I mean, it is lit up over here. There's the little light
Tiki
flame
torch?
going off, yeah, little tiki torch going
So
on.
as Dangle notices this, he casts a minor illusion, and snoring coming from this guy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It
He
kind
fell
of.
off the.
He's
he fell
in
off the
ribbons and
catwalk he
snoring.
fell
He's
asleep.
just so
Ugh.
sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, because I can do that too. So I minor illusion that there is a equal form that's standing in this location.
Ooh, you know that would be more compelling. Do you want to
can
illusion over his dead body?
Yes.
That there's a guy
That he is
standing up here.
Yes.
And do you want to? I think I'd be a little more persuaded about a form of you illusion him climbing down the stairs and standing at the base of the stairs.
Sure.
I think that'd be a little more
Versus-
believable. Yeah,
versus the falling.
yeah, I like it. So I'll tell you what. So it was. I'm gonna have them contest a perception check against you guys' stealth.
All right.
So you were 17 and 25.
Yep.
I'll let you have advantage on it with the illusion. See if you can get better and crank up, and then they're gonna have to try to beat that with their perception.
I feel like I should be able to beat 17. So I'm getting 2 rolls to try and beat 17.
You already
That's what
made
I
the
heard.
one. The one totaled up to the 17.
Okay, so 1 roll to try and
I'd
beat
say
it.
try another one and see if you can set it up higher.
Yep. So 21.
27.
Nice. Okay, so 21 is what they need to beat, and they have a +4. Oh,
Holy shit.
the one has seen. Yeah, the one.
one crit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some credits. The one of them has been practicing to be a battle mage wizard.
Oh,
And so
great.
Who knew?
he's
Of course.
been-
Taking classes.
Or
Yeah, he's taking classes, and
Damn education.
Right?
he wants to become an illusion wizard, and he's been practicing just such a spell. He's able to see that. At first, it's like something's not quite right over there. There's
the
some
pixels.
commotion. It's the pixels. He sees there's dead pixels.
Resolutions.
Yeah.
It's like a glitch in the Matrix. The
Right.
cat
See the
walks
pixel.
by
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
No, he sees that it's not just them. That it's shimmering. There's an outline to him, and there's once he kind of sees the illusion in his mind for what it is, it kind of breaks. And so
we roll for initiative,
yeah.
Well, yeah,
or do we go first?
We're
They
gonna
go
do the
first.
side. We're gonna do the side initiative. I'm gonna say he sees that something's up, and so these guys are dead.
Yep.
And you hear him, from over here. Bark, bark, blah, blah, blah. You can kind of hear him understand, like screaming out, like, like magic, an illusion.
They see your
Like
shit. Turn it
like
off.
someone's here.
They see your shit. Turn it off.
You hear, you're hearing more and more of their language.
Yeah.
You hear, you don't just hear like the meaning in their words anymore. You kind of hear a fear
Oh.
in their voice as you hear him scream out, "It's them!
Believe me.
It must be them!
But dudes,
It
they
must
know
be
us.
them.
They know who we are.
It's them, the butchers! They're here
butchers
somewhere!
are here.
Search everywhere!"
Okay, so they know we're here. They don't know where we are.
You can hear him, turning and screaming and calling out to everybody. But yes, they see this. He sees the illusions for what it is. But yeah, there's these guys here. So far, the ones that you can see, you know that these guys are up in this tower.
Okay.
You know those. You can see those guys are there, and you can see these guys here.
Things are about to get shitty, guys.
Yeah. So, can we roll for initiative, or can we just attack?
You will.
Okay.
You guys will all go. I like doing that
Yeah,
side
yeah, good
initiative.
idea.
I'm gonna let you guys do it. I'm gonna set up like that's what's happening. I'm gonna let you guys go, and then they'll react.
Has there been enough commotion outside that now things inside are stirring?
You don't hear anything.
You're in the basement.
Okay.
Luckily.
Just savoring my fiddles.
Feels good, eh?
It's good.
Hey.
They're chewy. It's hard to get the last little bit of a skill
Uh huh.
chewed up. This is actually, I think, like, in like really cool action movies, like it comes up at the bottom and it says 0800.
Oh, yeah.
So this was, I think, probably like the previous day, like maybe 12 or 18 hours ago. And two of these bloodhounds come in and take this guy, and they're usually gone for an hour or two, sometimes trying to just drain and slice and and he just doesn't come back.
It's been 18 hours since he's left.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
haven't seen anything that was 18 hours ago. And then you hear footsteps clanging down here, some heavy chain boots chunking against the stone, and they come down and they open this door and they come over to you, and the two of them are about ready to kind of rough and grab your arms and kind of lead you out, when the third one comes running down and leans in the door and yell, language you can't comprehend, but they leave you alone. And they run out, they shut the door and they lock it, and all three of them are running upstairs.
Couldn't have taken one of those out. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Pulled the
Sorry,
Mike
guys.
Tyson. At least just bit his ear.
Come on, team player. Yeah.
Situation's not looking good, guys.
Not looking good at all.
Nope.
I would like you to make a sleight of hand check. Dexterity, sleight of hand.
Let's see if you took the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Cliff. You gotta roll good.
There's multiple paths to success here,
Let's
but
see what he needs to achieve.
Oh!
that's pretty damn good.
Hey,
Pretty damn good. That's awesome. Yeah.
it's a good start. I'm using the big one from now
One's
on.
roughing you up. As the other one peeks in, you hear him running. You have a second because everybody kind of
Because
pauses when they hear.
stops.
People don't run down the steps to
Yeah.
come down here. They pause for a bit, and you kind of pretend to fight against them real quick.
Yeah.
And you get your hand in his pocket and yank a key. And sure enough, he
Just so
yells
happens
at
to
him,
be
and
the higher
they
one.
kind of run. They hurry and close, and they lock it, click, and they run out.